Hello, my revolutionary people. Okay, so I went and hung out with the dead people and I feel a little bit better. It's day 54 of running from my family cult, the Kudearoffs, and this is part 2. They're just 2 dogs that ran by without a leash. Okay, but so the Air Force is involved now, and I was right about the Air Force because now I am surrounded by military people again. And it wasn't just gossip. These people actually know my mom and dad. I can tell by the way they look at me. And even with their sunglasses on. But, yeah, they are involved now. It's pretty interesting. I forgot that my mom and my dad, they both had to, like, my mom, I think, was like a helicopter pilot or something, and my dad flew stuff. I don't know if it was airplanes or helicopters or what. I forget. It's been a while. So yeah, that makes sense that they would interact with the Air Force, right? Makes complete sense. I can tell they think I look like my parents. It's pretty funny. It's weird. So I went and hung out at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery, and there are so many. It's big. It was almost as big as Arlington, Virginia. But I don't know. That one seemed kind of larger. This one was pretty big. And so it's weird. Military people, when they die, they don't really expect peace. It's weird. I don't understand. Like, I do. They've been at war their whole lives probably, and they've seen the evil, and they've partook in the evil. They don't expect to have peace. And they're okay with it. It's weird. It's really weird. So I thought we'd talk about a few other things and have a cup of coffee, because it's good to get these things out, right? When I figured out about the Air Force this morning, I was just... my heart hurt. That hurt my heart. I thought at first it was just what they were doing to me, but then I put the pieces together and ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Because the people from the gas station the other day that was near the Indian reservation, you could tell, like, they had the face, like, you can tell when I'm having a bad day because my face gets swollen and it starts to sag right here. Right? See? It's bad. So, I'm not quite sure where we should start. I'm so sorry. I have to apologize. I guess that's the first thing. I need to apologize to the Native Americans for giving you a hard time. I thought you were disrespecting your ancestors, but it looks like we never stopped picking on you. Like, I knew we picked on you a lot. My family picks on everyone. But never did I think we would be poisoning you like that. You've never had a good life here since we've been here. How awful is that? It's pretty awful. It's pretty awful. But the more I learn, the more I realize you all are my people. I'm quite a bit like you. You guys have been tormented and tortured and diseased for a long time. Me too. It's pretty interesting. It's not interesting. So let's talk about why I continually think that people associated with my family cult are human. I don't know if you all have ever seen people interact with me, but even the most, like, overt and hardcore people are covert with me because I represent them losing. Like, if I got my way, they would lose everything. And, well, not my way, but, you know, if we could right all the wrongs, they wouldn't get to partake in their wrongs anymore. Basically, when I realized that they don't want to heal, it's true, they don't want to heal, because they need narcissistic supply to survive. And they're kind of past the point of no return, I think. I would like to think more of them are not, but that's my wishful thinking, I believe. That's why, I hate to admit it, but I think that's why I will always hold on to hope for Cousin Jay and my brother. I would like to think that they don't want me to die, but I think they don't want to lose their supply. Because, like, I know my little brother, he really enjoys, like, control and domination and those kind of things. And I felt how, like, when I was writing my blog, I can feel your all's response a lot better than when I do the videos, because I don't think as many people get to see the videos. But people were shocked that I thought he was a good person. I know he's a good person because we're all good people. And I saw him when he was born. And I saw how my mom tortured him. I didn't get to see all of it, but I saw enough to know. He didn't have a choice. He had to adopt her evil. Otherwise, he would have died. So, yeah. So everybody shows me their covert side, and they try to make me feel guilt and like that they're human. Like the other day, Uncle D, he posted on one of my Facebook pages, and he said, I hope you don't think that I am Uncle D, da 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 da. And he's like, I've always considered you family. I didn't even read the whole thing. They just want me to feel like they are human, and they want to get me to feel guilty for not treating them like they're human. But that's the thing. People aren't human. Anyone in my life has been sent after me on a mission. Like even A1. He is now working with my family, and I know that. So is Mike. So is Tony Robbins. They all are. No one is safe. Anyone that has known me is not safe. And I knew that, otherwise they'd still be a part of my life. There's a reason why I stopped talking to everyone. And that's the happiest I've ever been. And it's the most I've ever grown and evolved as an individual, is when I stopped talking to everyone. Because everyone, even if I find someone that I enjoy, eventually my family will get to them. And so people just aren't safe for me. And it's kind of a lost hope when it comes to that. Humanity's good still, but people aren't safe. And that's really hard, because I can see good in everyone, but that's something my family has taught me to do as well. They sold me romantic love, and they sold me that everybody is a good person, because when you're raised by serial killers and you have a moral compass, they want you to think they're good too. Otherwise, you would probably ask, I don't know. I would have challenged them about something, I'm sure. I challenge them about stuff all the time still, because that's just who I am. And ever since I figured out the NLP link and the Tony Robbins and the epigenetics link, they just haven't really given me a break. And I am in a smaller town too. I don't know, I feel their anger everywhere, but I don't know how big Santa Fe is, but I don't know if it really matters. I think I just need to, I don't know what I need to do. We're gonna figure it out though. So that was interesting. So instead of focusing on them because they don't really want healing, I need to focus on doing what my purpose is. I don't just need to figure out what they've destroyed, and the more I figure out what they destroyed, the more it hurts my heart. So I think we're just gonna, we need to start healing. That's the first thing. And I know the more I figure out, the more they're probably punishing you too. So I think we really need to focus on our health. We really need to just start intermittent fasting and no sugar. Lay off the sugar. I saw a lady in her car the other day eating strawberries while she was gassing me, and all I could think was, you're just growing the cancer cells in your body. Oh geez, so even if you have to do whatever you have to do to me, still go on a low carb diet. I mean, I guess strawberries aren't too bad. They don't have too much sugar, and I've been eating potatoes, so I can't say much. But I think you all get to pick what you eat, within reason, a little more than me. So I think you should, honestly, you really got to focus on what you eat. You just really gotta work on, I guess if you want to heal, you gotta work on healing, and you gotta make it a priority. And I need to take my own advice with that too. It's, I don't know what time it is, probably about 1:45. I don't remember what time I stopped eating at yesterday. That's a big thing for me. I always forget, what time did I stop eating at? I think it was probably around between 6 to 7, or 6 to 8 sometime I stopped eating. I don't remember. And so that's something that's important. And then we also need to focus on vitamin D. See, I can tell when something I figured out works because of my mom's response. When I was in Oregon at her house during this adventure, and she was poisoning me, I told her how I was taking large doses of vitamin D when I was in Arizona and how that really helped. And she's tried to tell me, oh no, you can only need to take like one 5,000 unit pill like 2 or 3 times a week, or maybe it was only once or twice a week, something like that. And that's ridiculous, because I was taking like 15,000 a day, and that's when it really started to like kick in, and I could tell it was really helping. So get out in the sun, but also supplement. This is really important. Vitamin D is important. And then what else? Red meat. Eat red meat. There is a reason why they're not letting me eat red meat as much as I would like to. It's because it heals you. Something about the iron in it helps you detox all the metals, and it's just really amazing. And then coconut oil. Coconut oil helps with the mold in your body from the way they have the everything. Everything. Coconut oil will help your liver too. So a little bit of coconut and oil in the morning. You can still take that when you're fasting, and it's still considered fasting. I mean, it's a fat fast, but it doesn't spike your insulin at all. So take a little, you could even put some in your black coffee, I suppose, if you really wanted to. So drink some black coffee, have a little bit of coconut oil in the morning, and do your intermittent fasting. And then I really do enjoy taking binders too. Like diatomaceous earth, food grade. That stuff is amazing. And it's perfect because you don't have to, it's like a fossil, so your body doesn't digest it, and so it's not gonna affect your insulin either. I really enjoy doing fasting while I take binders because I feel like it does the most good. And drinking black coffee. I really enjoy the black coffee. So I think if we just focus on healing, that seems to be the biggest thing that we can do to be revolutionary, is just focus on healing. I don't know what else I got here. Let me see. Oh, and they don't control the people here as much as they would like me to think. The first day I was here, when I was at the gas station, I believe it's the Speedway gas station. It's the only gas station I've been to here. There was a little guy, you can tell his gene expression was really off, and he had been around a lot of lead because he was real skinny. And when you're around a lot of lead, it makes you real skinny, depending on your makeup. But lead raises your cortisol, so it makes it so you have to eat a lot. Like, that's why I'm getting so thin right now. You can't really tell because my face is chubby, but I'm getting pretty thin. And yeah, so he took a video of me and my dogs when I was walking my dogs. It was like little paparazzi, and I was shocked. I was like, what is he doing? So they do not have control over these people as much as they would like me to think. That little guy, he was pretty full of himself too. He thought himself to be one of my family, but yet he was not following the rules. It was very interesting, very interesting. Maybe he doesn't know that everybody still thinks I'm dead. That could be it. I wonder if people on the East Coast know I'm alive. I don't know. Yeah, so they're narcissists and sociopaths, but I bring out their anxiety because I could ruin their source of narcissistic supply. And that's what they need, more than healing and health. More than healing and health, they'd rather control and dominate other people. That blows my mind still. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, so I guess the good thought of the day is really focus on healing, because which would you prefer? Would you prefer to control and dominate people, or would you prefer to heal and feel good and be happy and access your greatness? I can tell there's two different kinds of people in my family. There's the people who enjoy feeling good, and there's the people who enjoy control and domination. I don't know. Aunt Lee, I really hope you're a good person. Because I feel like you are. And I feel like you're like me. And I feel like you need to get out in the sun again. You were so much happier when you used to lay out in the sun again. It doesn't matter what the doctors say. Get out in the sun. It's so good for you. And you were so much happier when you laid in the sun. But if you could stop eating the fruit, that would be really good for you too. No more fruit. Don't do that. Fruit has so much sugar and GMOs, it's just not good for your body. Do some fasting with some coconut oil. I don't think you like the coffee, but it would be good for your liver, because we got the implants and kind of hurts our liver and causes autoimmune issues because of all the heavy metals and poisons that we get exposed to, and we have been exposed to our whole life. I love you. I realized how much I look like you. Maybe that's why my mom used to call me Lee. Okay, guys. Super emotional day because they're gassing me. And I realized just it got bigger again. I love you all. Health is wealth.